Hi, Marty Duda here with another Music Talk episode. Today we submerge ourselves into the world of Charlotte Rose Benjamin, or maybe it will be Dreamtina, her alter ego that will show up. We meet Charlotte at her Brooklyn apartment just as her debut album, also called Dreamtina, is about to see the light of day. It's a record that goes from shimmering dream pop to something that Charlotte calls sludgy and grungy. Well, congratulations! Your album is out here. It's the 22nd already.
Wow, that's so cool.
So very exciting. And how are you feeling about it finally seeing the light of day?
Very nervous. This is the biggest project I've ever done before. And I'm really proud of it. I'm really excited, but I feel scared.
Okay. Well, nothing to be afraid of. You'll be fine. So what are you afraid of? Are you afraid of the reaction, or are you afraid of having to go out and kind of talk about this, sing and dance and whatever you do?
No, it's crazy. I just wanted to do well. I wanted to reach as many ears as possible. And I feel like I really feel confident that if people heard it, they would like it. I just need them to hear it. So that's good. And then I have my release show on Sunday. So I hope people come, and I hope it's a success and we sound good and everything goes well.
Right. So what's the show going to be like? Do you have a band with you? People playing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have full band. It's the original, all the people that played on the album, Mati, Nardo, and Zoe. And we're playing at my favorite venue in New York called Baby's All Right. So I'm really excited. And it's on my birthday too.
Oh my God, you can't ask for more than that.
It's so much pressure. I feel so stressed, but it was my idea to do it. So
yeah, no one to blame but yourself. Yeah, because you kind of self-produced the thing, and are you self-releasing it and all that? So that's a lot to take on. What's it been like leading up to getting to this point?
Well, it's been about a year since I decided I was going to make an album, and I had probably, I would say, half of it recorded.
Right.
And then I was like, oh, I'll just take these songs that I already have and kind of finish it out. And the beginning was great. We just went to my parents' house on Martha's Vineyard over the summer of last year. It's like an island in Massachusetts. So lovely place to be in the summertime. And we did a lot of recording there. And then I spent the last 6 months or so just working on visuals and PR. And yeah, I mean, I'm doing it totally. I have a manager that's helping me, but
that's good.
and a publicist, and but otherwise I don't have a label. I'm doing everything totally on my own, which is a ton of work, but also really, really gratifying. And I'm not making any compromises. So that's great.
Cool. So the album is called Dreamtina, am I correct? Mm-hmm. And is that some kind of alter ego of your own self, or who is Dreamtina?
That's exactly what it is.
All right.
Yeah, my friend, this guy that I'm friends with, had this joke a long time ago with a friend of his that hot neighborhood girls, around the neighborhood that we live in Brooklyn they'd call them Tinas,
right.
The hot girl that worked at the coffee shop was Coffee Shop Tina. BLT was one that they had for Bike Lane Tina. It was a cute girl riding her bike.
All right.
And then Dream Tina was Dream Girl. And I just thought that was I thought the joke of the Tina thing was cute. And then also just it got stuck in my head, it just became this concept of I want to be that to somebody. And if I was feeling insecure in situations, I would be okay, it's okay. You got this, you're Dreamtina. It was just a phrase that really caught on in my own brain.
Right.
So yeah. And I like that for, the album is about kind of my identity, finding my own identity through romantic relationships. So it felt like a fitting title for the record.
And you do a certain amount of modeling. In fact, that's kind of how you finance the record. Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah, I am with a modeling agency. It just really just kind of fell into my lap. It's a lot of fun. It's not, it's not I wouldn't say that it's my passion, but I definitely I love clothes, and I like being on a set. So I'm lucky that I get to do it. And, sometimes you get really lucky. You get a job that, you work a couple of days and then the money is crazy compared to like
yeah, I'm sure
another
it is. Very good. So the album starts out with a kind of a quickie little thing called Hayden Panettiere, who is an actress. Obviously, I know her from Nashville because I didn't watch the stuff that you probably know her from. So tell me why you kicked off your record with a song in her name.
Hayden Panettiere, I'm crossing stairs just to see you with bleach blonde hair. Don't wanna live in a sad house with him in his bad mouth. I'm hitching my ride to California.
For me, Hayden Panettiere is like it's the Bring It On movie, the second one.
Right.
Cheerleading movie, and I loved that movie, and I just thought she was kind of like short and like curvy and like was like blonde straight hair, so she was like, you would want to be what you aren't, and she was like athletic, and like I was just like gangly and had like curly brown hair, and I was really different than her, but I thought she was so beautiful. Yeah, and I guess her name was stuck in my head from just like a conversation. I was just like thinking about her. And she was Dreamtina to me when I was a kid. Yeah. So I felt like it would be a good way to kick off the album.
It's a very musical name, isn't it?
It's a great name, I think. And also like it's an ode to her. We love Hayden. I want her back. I hope that she makes a comeback in her career. I don't know what she's been up to. Hopefully she's,
like I said, I watch her on Nashville. Have you watched Nashville, the series?
I've seen it. I've seen episodes. I never got into watching the whole thing, but I liked it.
She's quite a major character in that.
She sings in it too. She can do anything.
Oh yeah, definitely. So that's very cool. So the other name that pops up in your album is Louis or Louis. I'm not sure how you refer to it, but there's a Louis at the beginning and at the end. So how's that happening?
Yeah, so Louis was the first song that I ever brought to this band. I had it like kicking around in my head for years before that, and I think I brought it to like a few different producers. And originally we had it in this like, it was like, I'll set the scene with a deep shade of green. It was like a 3/4 time signature. It was super different, and I guess I kind of had like more of like a Regina Spektor sound in mind when I wrote it. I had it on like arpeggiated piano, and we just could never figure out what to do with it until I brought it to the band, and they like made it kind of more like, they did this like quarter note guitar thing, like and like made it sound more like a Stroke song or something. And then my guitar player Nardo had that melody in his head of the chorus of Louis, and wrote this like haunting, beautiful song around it kind of, and like changed everything else, changed the chords even, but kept that like melody that you hear in the chorus. And he sent it to me like asking if I wanted to sing on it for his project Panther Hollow, and I loved it so much, so we wrote a bridge together, and now it's just coming out as like a collaboration between both of our projects. So I'm really excited about that.
Yeah. Now, speaking of Panther Hollow, I saw, there's a video for Satisfied, and I love the t-shirts. There's a Green Day t-shirt and a little Panther Hollow, and these are they claymation puppets, or what's going on there?
We spend most of the night in separate conversations. I stay so aware of where I'm standing in relation to you and all your friends. Can't wait for them to watch my band. They'll ask you what the hell you doing, making other plans. I hope you're satisfied. I hope you're doing fine.
I don't think they're technically claymation because it's not stop motion. We're not smart enough to do anything that complex. We just like put our hands under the screen and like bob them up and down. That I made that video with my brother, and that's that puppet with the Panther Hollow t-shirt is Nardo, my guitar player.
Oh, really?
He's wearing a band t-shirt.
This is kind of based on a true story, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And do you want to go into that or not?
We can go into it. I mean, I feel like it's so self-explanatory. The song is like really just like a play-by-play of what happened. I was obsessed with this guy that I had been dating for like a month, and I invited him to come to this house show that my band was playing at. He had never seen us perform before. I was really excited. I really wanted to impress him.
Right.
And he broke up with me a few days before the show. And I was like, okay, fine. Like, I'm just going to go in, like, it's fine. Like, it's going to be, you know, like I'm alone. Like, it's good. Like, I'll just play this show and like have fun with my friends. And he was there, and he didn't know that he was going to my show. He just thought he was going to a party, and he ended up accidentally coming to my show, which was hilarious. And
I'm sure.
so,
laughs all around, I'm sure.
Yeah, totally. And I was telling so many people the story after it happened. I kept repeating the story, and I was like, I have to make this a song. It's just such a funny story. So, you know, it's like definitely very petty and aggressive, but it's funny. I just hope people see the humor in it. It's like supposed to be funny.
Cool. And speaking, while we're on the video, there's one for Slot Machine, and I think there's like little bobbleheads and stuff going on in that. So how much do you get involved with the visual presentation of these things?
I've only ever had the same thoughts over and over again. I'm just a vegetable trying to stay alive.
I'm very involved. All of the videos for this, we've recorded with my camcorder.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I just like bought a camcorder on eBay for like maybe $150, and I usually need like one or two friends to just like help me make the videos, but yeah, I do otherwise I do everything myself, and I've edited them all myself.
Yeah, because you did the one for Cumby's parking lot as well, right?
Yes, that was my directorial debut.
Nice one.
Thank you.
I'm sitting in the Cumby's parking lot, and I am skeptical of love. I wanna separate my brain from my body. I want you to let me use you like a drug.
The Cumby's parking lot video was like, I mean, all of them are like so low budget, but Cumby's parking lot, I put a little bit of effort in. Like, you know, like I used my friend's studio, and we had a stylist come, and my friend Brett did makeup. And there were a lot of people involved. So that was a lot of organizing and timing and like actually directing, you know, like being behind the camera.
Right.
That was so much fun. And I want to do more of that. It's just, you know, it's a lot of work. The other videos were more just like kind of like hanging out with friends, and just having like a friend take videos of me with the camcorder. And then the one that I did with my brother with the puppets was like a whole other like crazy, insane, you know, just like the amount of work that it took to make all those little sets with the little puppets and the clay and the paint, and it's paper mache, which just falls apart. We had like everything was glue gunned together.
Right. It's a mess.
It was the biggest mess. And I wanted to give up so many times. My brother is 17, or he just turned 18 actually, but he was 17 and working on it. Is like just the most like, he's so smart. He has the best ideas, so patient. He like designed the way that the puppets can like move their arms, and they smoke cigarettes and the smoke comes out like through a tube through their mouth. That was all him. I'm like not patient enough to do all of that work. So I'm really glad that he was like down to work with it on me.
Sounds like a very creative family you have there.
Yeah, definitely.
Your dad was a musician as well, is that right?
Yeah, my dad is still a musician. He mostly does like weddings and stuff like that now. He's a wedding singer, and he plays guitar, runs a band. And he also has a couple albums out. He's a really also great songwriter. Right.
So did you listen to a lot of music growing up? What stuck in your head first off? What made your first musical impression?
You know, it's funny you asked that. I was just talking to somebody about this. I think my first CD, and it's funny that this is what it is because we've been covering this song at shows lately, is Sheryl Crow. I had the album with Soak Up the Sun on it. I think was my first like CD that I ever had. So I love Sheryl Crow. Sure. And it's like, of course I love Sheryl Crow. Like I'm just trying to be Sheryl Crow. I feel like that's exactly what my music sounds like now. I haven't changed at all. I think that's like so indicative of like the first record that you love is like gonna be what influences you for the rest of your life. So we love Sheryl Crow. We've been doing for like maybe for like a year now, we've been covering All I Want to Do at shows.
Oh, great song. Yeah, that's a good one. And so what are the shows like? What's the vibe like when you're up there? What are you trying to get? Do you communicate? Do you people are dancing? Do people hang out after the show and talk to you? What's happening?
Yeah. I mean, I want this show on Sunday to just be like a big party. yeah, it's gonna be fun. I love when people start dancing. Not all of my songs are like danceable, but we try to get them going at the end with like Cumby's Parking Lot and
Right.
and All I Want to Do. People always dance when we play.
Of course, how can you not? Everybody knows that song. It's great.
Exactly.
One more song I wanted to touch on was Heat Stroke Summer. It's very guitar-y at the end there. What's going on there? Who's playing? What was the thought process behind making it sound the way it does?
I really like how like sludgy some of the songs get. Like it's kind of I don't know, it reminds me of like, it's just like, it's really like kind of like grungy and fun.
Right.
Heat Stroke Summer and Cumby's Parking Lot are my favorite guitar solos on the record, and they go on so long, and I'm so into it. I'm like, I've had people like be like, you should do a radio edit and like cut it down. I'm like, no, we should keep the whole thing. My guitar player Nardo just goes off at the end and has a lot of fun with the solos, and I let him do it because I think they're sick.
They are indeed. Excellent. Well, thank you for talking to me, and especially right on the brink of the record finally coming out. It's been a long time coming, because I know I've found clips of you from like 3 years ago. So obviously, you've been at it for a while now, and this is kind of a culmination of all that. So it must feel good.
Yeah, thank you so much for making the time. I appreciate it.
My pleasure. Come down to New Zealand if you ever get a chance. We'd love to have you.
I would love to. It's amazing.
All righty. Have a great day.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.